In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful, my name is Gabriel Morton or Ali Reza Jafarpur, and this is at number 50 Gabrielism. This Gabrielism program, we are talking about the mysteries of the Gabrielism as a philosophy and as mystical path in front of everybody. That is so much important for Christianity and introducing true Islam. And I am talking about expounding consciousness of the human being outside of the galaxies and outside of the Milky Way. And the result of this expanding of the consciousness is amazing for human being. First of all, I want for first time in the history speak about consciousness waves and consciousness field of the human being and the possibility of expanding this consciousness outside of the galaxy. So my today speech is so much important for Christians, for Muslims, for Jewish, for Hinduists, for Shiite, for Sunnis, and for all of the Eastern and Western religions and religion believers, and I explain very important subject. Another time I claim that as soon as I travel inside UK, I will develop achievement about science and technology very more quick than now. And if big guest for people of the London and England will be another time the capital of the world, and I am serious about that. If I come tomorrow to the London, the economical growth of the London will extend £1 trillion more valuable than before. So I am serious. I am able to make Great Britannia another time the capital of the world and the capital of the political and financial change, and this is so much important. What is the possibility of the human being? For the first time in the history, I want to show great achievement for human being and possibility about great achievement. And what is this achievement? This is about expounding consciousness field of the human being to outside of the galaxy, to outside of the Milky Way. How that is possible? I don't want to show the way right now in Iran, but if I arrive inside England, I show a practical way for everybody about extend or expand the field of the consciousness. And everybody who will be successful about start this expounding of the consciousness field can do amazing things, something like miracles and many others, and I want to say how. About Christian people, just the priests of the Catholics, they are able to expound their own consciousness. And if you start expounding of the consciousness of your body and soul, you are able to merge your consciousness with Holy Spirit. What is the result of this combining and what is the result of this combination and merging with Holy Spirit? That is necessary. You before that merge your consciousness with the consciousness of the Jesus. And if you be successful to extend and expand your consciousness to the Jesus consciousness, your consciousness field will develop by a speed based on my calculation. The speed of expanding of your consciousness will increase to C powered 6. That means that the speed of the light multiply 6 times 6 times. And if you can't, at this time, when you merge with the consciousness with Jesus, your consciousness will start to accelerate quickly. And at the time that your consciousness expands to the level of the Holy Spirit, the speed of this expanding will increase to speed of the light multiply to 8. I have to recorrect my calculation. Finally, when you pass from Holy Spirit, your consciousness bulb, your consciousness field will expand to the speed C14. C14 is the speed of the expansion of your consciousness, and at this level you are traveling to the God consciousness, to the Allah consciousness. That is very important, especially about Muslims. I want to make it clear the true meaning of La ilaha illallah and the true meaning of Allahu Akbar. La ilaha illallah is wrongly translated by Muslims, especially by non-Arabs people, especially by Iranians. The true meaning of La ilaha illallah means that there are a lot of gods and godness, but you just have right to worship Allah. Allah is the God of all the other gods and the king of the gods and the king of the godnesses, spirits, angels, and ultimate almighty king of the gods, who is just deserved to be cared, to be worshipped. His name is Allah. Allah is the God of all of the gods and God of all of the dimensions and God of all of the worlds. And this is the true meaning of La ilaha illallah. So, wrong translation for Muslims. Muslims have to rethink another time about Quran and about the concept of the La ilaha illallah. And this means, and after that we say Allahu Akbar. That means that the king of all of the gods, his name is Allah. He is greater than everything than your imagination and every other imagination. Allah is greater than any perception and greater than all of the angels, not just about size, but also about the consciousness. When you free from Jesus and Holy Spirit, your consciousness is gonna to expand day by day, second by second, more quick than before. So your consciousness will go more than 14, C14, that means C, the speed of the light, multiply 14 times. At this time, your consciousness is equal to the consciousness of the Imam Zaman. Imam Zaman, or the level of the awareness and consciousness and knowledge. Imam in Shiite concept means somebody who access to consciousness of the Almighty Allah and learn from Allah, and he is teached teached directly by Almighty Allah. So the consciousness of the Imam is similar to the golden light. When you you see in the Hinduism, a lot of temples is made from gold. This is the meaning of the level of highness and level of awareness and level of spiritual achievement of the Imam. So there is some similarity between gold lights, gold reflection of the sun's light, and Imam. The consciousness of Imam is golden light, and that is because in the Shiite beliefs, all of the graves of the Imam is ornamented by gold. But that is not important. What is important is that at the level of the consciousness of the Imam Mahdi, the expanding of the consciousness field of the Imam going to expound so quick, more than a speed of the light 14 times multiplied by themselves. So what is the result? What is the practical result of this mysticism? And what is the practical result of expanding of the consciousness? You can cure all of the disease. You can access to the knowledge that you can extend your life more than 100, 200, 300 years. But more important, the most important result, practical result, applicable result of this expounding of the consciousness field of human being is that if you expand your consciousness to Jesus and then Holy Spirit, you will experience, take care, listen very, very importantly and carefully about that. If you extend your consciousness to Holy Spirit, you will merge with Holy Spirit, and Holy Spirit will merge with your consciousness. The result is that you will experience another time all of the experience that is done by Holy Spirit or Gabriel. What would be result? The practical result that when you expand your consciousness field so much high, in the high level of the awareness, you will merge with Holy Spirit, and the result is experiencing all of the things that met by Gabriel. That means you will travel to the beginning of the human being, and the same pictures in the consciousness of the Holy Spirit will come in your brain. That means that you will have new memories because you share all of the experience of the Holy Spirit with yourself. You can go to the cavity and meet Muhammad peace upon him. You can go to the cavity of the Mary, Holy Mariam, and you can meet Jesus. You can go 10,000 years ago and meet some prophets. You can meet Moses. For example, I myself met the stick of the Moses. I by myself met the dragon of the Moses, the stick of the Moses in front of my eyes, transformed to the dragon, to the huge snake. I had other experiences that is the same experience of the Holy Spirit. 3,000 years ago, I traveled to the southeast of Asia, and I saw I saw the prophet that sent to the people of Southeast Asia, and I visited by my consciousness how people come and killed this prophet of the God. So I am not joking, I am not cheater. I want to say that if you be successful to expand or extend your consciousness, you will arrive in the level to the merging with Holy Spirit. After merging with Holy Spirit, you will experience all of the memories by all of the prophets in front, and then after merging with Holy Spirit, you start travel to the Almighty Allah, and your consciousness will expand, and will arrive to the level of the Lord Mahdi or Imam Mahdi, and then you have infinite way toward to the God. What is other practical result for anybody who will be able to expand the consciousness? The other result would be unbelievable and amazing for you. And what is that? You can make changes in other galaxies. For example, by the force of your consciousness, you can change the course and change the way of the asteroids, and you can change and displace the planets and more far star, more far planets, more far galaxies. You can use your power to push physical force inside other galaxies and make displacement in other galaxies. And I am not joking, because the consciousness have interaction with electromagnetic fields. The consciousness of the human being has power to interact, counter interactions with electromagnetic fields, and electromagnetic field also has interactions with the iron core of every planet in the world. That means that the Imam level power is not just about huge displacement of the water like Nuh, like Prophet Nuh. For example, Nuh can do this large, huge displacement of the water, because water also, the molecules of the water has electromagnetic field, and the expounded soul, the expounded spirit, the expounded conscious field can do this displacement. About iron, about water, So any people, any master, any prophet that has increasement of the consciousness field, they can do this great change, not just on Earth, but also in other planets, but also in other galaxies. So this is very, very important result of the Gabrielist philosophy and Gabrielist mysticism. About Christianity, I am sure that some priests at the level of the Pope or bishops, they are able to do this expansion of the consciousness field. Whether they know and deliberately and by wish or by willpower do this or not, it doesn't matter. I want to say that about the Christianity, just that is possible for Catholic priests doing this expounding consciousness. If I arrive in London, I will describe what would be the practical result of expounding consciousness. I can remember the meeting between me and died Prince of England 70 years ago. 70 years ago, before my birthday, I met the Prince of the England in some summoning or evoking souls. That was a private meeting between the Prince of the England who 1 year ago died, and she asked from a lot of mediums and a lot of sorcerers in London. They privately, beside the Freemasons, they collect in some very, very private meeting. They were about 4 or 5 or 6 people in the dark room, and they summoned the soul, and they tried to communicate with Holy Spirit, and I was there, and I don't want to explain more. Just want to say that when you expound, that is very, very important. Your soul, your spirit, your consciousness field to the level of the Jesus, and then after Jesus, you will experience all of the experience that done by Gabriel or by Jebrail or by the Holy Spirit. So that would be amazing. Let me describe by picture. That is not enough. I need board. If I travel in London, I will teach practical lessons for everybody who is interested about expounding the soul and meet Jesus, meet Gabriel, and go to the meet and go and meet Mahdi, and then start his way toward Allah. I need practical teaching, and I need to come in London, because they would never let me to do this inside Iran, because anybody knows Rumi, anybody knows Hafiz, Sadi, and many others. I want to say that even if Prophet Muhammad come back now as a living being, as an alive being inside our society, Iranian people immediately kill Muhammad. Iranian, they are thirsty about the blood of the Imam Hussein to kill him. Believe me, they will say Muhammad or Imam Hussein, Imam Hassan, and other imams and other 124,000 prophets, they are all psycho. They accuse them mental illness, or accuse them as people who are affected by schizophrenia, even capture them and put them as a prison in the prison as a Satan worshipper. Believe me, they immediately, even if the Lord Mahdi or Imam Mahdi come to the society, immediately they kill Mahdi, because Mahdi is threatening for their financial saving, financial privilege, and they, for example, sell oil and gases and use this money, this haram money, illegal money, abuse this money to governing over Iran and make trouble for other countries like Israel, etc., etc., etc. So I want everybody who is listening to me, except some nice people like Shiraz people, they are very nice people, very kind people. Other people inside Iran, they absolutely they are enemy for any prophet, for any imam, even another time. So that is so much important. If Mahdi come and emerge himself, if Muhammad or Jesus become another time alive and come in the middle of the society, immediately Republic Islamic of Iran, and if Republic Islamic of Iran not all of the ordinary people, they stoning and killing any prophets or any imam and accuse them as a psycho affected, or accuse them to the schizophrenia. So that is not possible. Any legal teaching about Gabriel's mysticism inside Iran, and you see their behavior with Baha'i people, their behavior about Dervish, the same will do about Maulana and Sadi and Hafiz if they become another time alive and come into society. Because mullahs, especially Shiite mullahs, they love their own ownership over media. They own how I can to say they just want to stay unique and have unique tribunes for themselves. That is some monopoly. They need their own monopoly forever. So they are enemy for Mahdi, enemy for Muhammad, enemy for Jesus. But if I come inside London, I introduce this new philosophy, religion, and also later on we prove scientifically